This video is going to show you a unique take on a classic fall wreath. You want to get started by prepping your florals. That's right, get all the stickers, the tags off, and you're just going to chop down all of the florals like I'm doing right here. I like to prep as much as I possibly can before I even get started on my project. I pull out all of my florals, I look and see at the colors, I pick out my wreath base, and then I trim everything down and get everything ready for me. I also have my glue pot on, ready to go. I really do like how this wreath turned out. It's kind of charming and it's got like a rustic elegance to it, and all of this stuff is affordable. The wreath base I got from the Dollar General. It actually had something else on it from a season before, and I ended up just taking those florals off, so this way I had a smaller wreath base. This is also a very good wreath for smaller rooms, smaller houses, if you live in a condo, or it's for a dorm room, or if you just simply want it in your bathroom or your laundry room. Okay, all of my florals are prepped. I got my little finger guards on here, so I don't want to burn my fingers. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to trim down the floral stems. You're going to dip it in some hot glue, and you're just going to get started. You're just going to start placing it in the wreath, and you're going to, every time you place one in the wreath, you're going to turn the wreath. So you're just going to make your way all the way around the wreath. Don't forget, when you're placing the florals into the wreath, you don't want to stab it straight down into it. You want to go in at an angle. You do not want the stems coming out the back side of this wreath. Don't even look at the wreath until you get all of the florals in. And what I did with this smaller one, instead of going like on the inside or the outside, I did stick mainly to like just the top part of the wreath, because I am working with Dollar Tree florals here. It is a smaller wreath base, and just keep going. You just want to keep putting the florals in until you make your way all the way around the wreath. All of the florals that I'm using are leftovers from other projects, including these pumpkins right here. I had this stuff sitting around in my stash and I wanted to use it up. So this pumpkin right here, I did pick up from the Dollar Tree, and you can see it has 3 different sections here. So I'm just trimming it from the wire. I just want to get everything trimmed up and ready to go. With these pumpkins right here, I picked these up from the Dollar Tree too, and when I trim them or cut them down, I am cutting it at a slant. It's going to make it a lot easier to go into my wreath base. See, I want to show you right here. See how it's cut at a slant? That angle is going to help me anchor it down into that wreath base. So I'm just going to dip it in some glue, find a spot that I think it's going to fit. I'm just going to pierce it in, and I'm not going to go all the way through. You want to put this in at an angle. So here I'm going in with the second one. I only had 2 of these. Next, I'm going to go in with the white pumpkins. I really love these white pumpkins. They're like a cloth material, and like a fuzzy cloth. I don't even know what you'd call it. But anyway, I put that right above that one pumpkin there. Now the second one, this one gave me a fit. So it didn't want to go where I wanted it to go, which was fine. I ended up placing the other one in there. You'll see, sometimes you struggle with placement. Sometimes things just don't want to go where it's supposed to. Happy accident, maybe. We'll see. My second attempt, me trying to think I'm going to force it where it's not going to go. And sometimes you are the boss of something, sometimes you're not. It was not going to go where I wanted it to go. So I just tossed it to the side, picked up the other one, dipped that second one into a glue pan. And I want to say that wire curly Q was probably giving me a fit. I don't know, but it ended up being just fine. So I ended up taking this last one. I trimmed it down a little bit because I really think that the wire was just a little too long. So now I'm going to find another home for this pumpkin. It's going to find another spot. All right, friends, we're going to go down with the last pumpkin before I get started on my bow. I did fuss with that one pumpkin a little bit because I thought it was just too angled, but because it's on this wire stick, I was able to manipulate it a little bit. So now you can see at the bottom there's a spot I can put a bow. So this is what we're going to do next. We're going to make a bow. The only advice I have for someone who struggles with bows is to practice. You're just going to have to keep making bows. So I'm going to start off with a 5-inch loop. I make a loop, I twist it in the back, and then I come back around and make another loop, and you can check it. You can check the measurement with the first loop. See how this one was just a little bit short, so I gave it a little bit more of the ribbon, and I'm just going to keep going until I run out of this ribbon. This ribbon I did pick up from Hobby Lobby probably 2 years ago, and it has been sitting in my stash, and I thought it matched perfectly with these Dollar Tree florals and these pumpkins. Here I got all my loops made, and I'm going to use a pipe cleaner and a zip tie to make this bow. So let's see, one more loop. Yep, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 6 loops. So I'm going to take use a pipe cleaner and a zip tie. First thing I want to do is get the zip tie around my bow, right in the middle there where my thumb and my finger are holding the middle. And I just want to get the zip tie started. That's all I'm doing right now, is just to get it started. I'm not going to crank it all the way down because I do want to add a pipe cleaner to the back. And then once that pipe cleaner's in, I'm gonna crank that zip tie all the way down. The pipe cleaner is the way I'm going to attach it to the wreath. The zip tie is what makes those loops really pop up and make it dramatic. Now I'm gonna fluff up my bow. They also call this breaking the bow. So I'm just going kind of back and forth to get the loops exactly the way I want them. This tail right here was a little too long, so I do end up trimming the tails, and I also dovetail the tails. It's just that extra little detail when you're making a bow. So here I'm just going to use the pipe cleaner to place it down on the wreath base, and I thought this was going to be the bottom part of my wreath, but I actually like it at the top. So I have the pipe cleaner. I'm just going to twist tie it off in the back, and if you don't want to hang your wreath from the actual base of the wreath, like right here, I'm making a loop. You can make a loop with the extra pipe cleaner. This way you have a way of attaching it to your door. Okay friends, so this is my bow attached to my wreath. I love how this came out. It's just a unique fall wreath with some colors you're probably just not expecting. However, these colors are, I think, hot this year. I've been seeing the blues everywhere. I actually started seeing them last year. But anyway, this tail right here was a little too long, so I ended up dovetailing that. But this is my completed project, and I can't wait to get this on the door so you can see it. This is me messing with the bow again because I can't leave well enough alone. I just got to keep on fussing with it. Friends, this is a completed project. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you took something from this. I hope this helped you in some way, and I will see you in the next one. Like and follow for more.